Everybody, Jay and Mannion here for NPC News Online. We're actually in Irving, Texas right now at the NPC IFBB Pro League, Battle of Texas. And I'm here with your very brand new current IFBB Bikini Olympia champion, Jennifer Dorie. Jen, how's it feel for now? It's been like 2 months since the contest.
I know, it's still sinking in. It still feels like so surreal to me because, of course, it's a dream come true. It's something I've been working for so long. So it feels good to hear you say that.
Yeah, I mean, from the first time we met at the Toronto Pro Super Show.
I know. Way back in 2018. I actually sent you that photo last week.
Yeah. Pretty funny, right?
I know, way back.
So when you went to the contest, okay, knowing the talent that was there, what was your mindset?
For the Olympia?
Yes.
I mean, for me, it was just knowing that I was bringing my absolute best package that I've ever brought yet, and coming off of that big win at the Arnold kind of gave me that confidence, like, I can do this, and I need to stop playing small and doubting myself that, I doubt myself a lot. I mean, we've been through this a lot, and I need to walk on stage like I'm the champ. I don't know how many times you've told me that, and I finally just kind of woke up on Thursday morning like, why am I not stepping into the shoes of who I am and what everyone else sees in me, and I don't see that. So I woke up and was like, I can do this. I look really good, and I just want to step on stage like I was the champ, and I mean, I feel like I did just that, so... Right. I have to get the final approval from you if I did that, though.
Yeah, you did. You did very well. I mean, listen, that top three, the way I look at it, any contest that Ashley Cott watches, and she's a threat.
Of course.
She's still the only three-time Olympia champion, right?
Yeah, I mean, Ashley's an incredible athlete. You look at her and you're just like, wow. Because, one, she has 30 pro wins, which is absolutely incredible. So shout out to Ashley for that. Congrats on that record that you just set. And, of course, she has 3 Olympia wins. So any show she enters, she's always going to be one of those top girls that we're looking out for. And you and Laura have been battling for years, going all the way back to Canada, right? I mean, it was really close between you two. It was. I mean, we've been competing together since 2016. She beat me for the overall in 2016 in New Brunswick. She turned pro. I turned pro the next year, and we've kind of been trail tasting each other. So it was cool to share that moment again on stage and be the final 2 standing. Right.
Yeah, it's like Canada's taking over with you, with Chris Bumstead.
We try. Eh?
All right. So listen. Yes. I've been following stuff on social media. Social media is not always kind.
Not always kind.
It is not always kind. I have read a bunch of derogatory comments about your win, meaning people are basically not justifying your win because they said last year's champion wasn't in it, Janet, Angelica wasn't in it, and Etzela wasn't in it. Yes. So they're saying there's 3 of last year's top 5, so it was an easy win for Jen. In all seriousness, what do you think when people say that, or do you want to address this to people? Because, like I said, you had Isa Pettini was in the show, so you had 2 Olympia champions with her and Ashley, right? I mean, any given day, any show is difficult.
Of course,
right.
It flip-flops around, and we saw that this year with Tampa Pro. Isa won, and Laura Lee and I were later down in the placings there, and then at the Arnold it was flip-flopped around with what happened at the Olympia too, so it can always flip-flop around, and I think some people are going to have their favorites, and that's okay. Everyone has their fans and everyone has their favorites that they're rooting for, and especially some countries are really hardcore with who they want to win, and that's okay, but I think it just comes down to being respectful of whoever does win. We've all worked hard to be there. We all earned our spot up there, and that wasn't my first Olympia. I've competed numerous
times. Well, yeah, I mean, I've heard people, I've read it, she only won because Janet wasn't in it. Well, you know what, someone could have beat you for second even though you were second last year, right?
Exactly, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's what you bring to the stage that year, and I brought a much better package, more complete package this year than I did last year. So I think I was deserving of the win. I think I did everything to come in with a winning package, and at the end of the day, I just don't listen to things like that online, because the judges is what matters, not people's opinions online. Right,
exactly. So listen, what do you want to say to your detractors and to your fans? Look right to the camera, let them know. Seriously.
So to all my fans, thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and the kindness and the motivation, because at the end of the day, that's what keeps us going on those tough days, and having an overwhelming amount of support, going into the shows and coming out of the shows just makes it that much more gratifying for me. And, to those who didn't want to see me win, it's okay. you guys can have your favorites, and I'll still smile and kill you with kindness, so.
There you go. There you go. So, of course, everyone knows that you're going to defend your title. Yep. Are you going to defend the Arnold title?
We're going to decide soon, and I will let you know. I'll have a chat with you about that.
So we'll have the exclusive?
You will have the exclusive.
After Mark?
I'll tell you first.
I like that. I like that. Sorry, Mark. Not really.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is obviously like defending that Olympia title this year, with the Olympia being pushed back to December. The Arnold being in March is a little bit soon, so just seeing timeline-wise if that's something that is going to be reasonable for me, having enough time to improve.
Yeah, well, I know I've heard and I've seen online that the other 3 champs are not defending their title. That's why, because there's only a 6-month gap there.
Yeah, I know a lot of people I've talked to were saying that they weren't going to do the Arnold just because of the timing. Being in March, it's so soon, and a lot of people need an off season. You know, we've been competing all year already, and we need time to give our bodies a break. You know, for females, we got to have a little bit of time in that off season to hormonally balance out and just be normal. You know, gain a little bit of body fat. It's totally normal. We all do. And just get healthy. Make sure that your metabolism is in a good spot. Make sure your hormones in a good spot. Your blood work looks really good. And then hit the stage again when you're ready.
Okay, so if you don't do the Arnold, like if you had an extra 2 months, you think you could do the Pittsburgh Pro? I had to ask.
I would love to do the Pittsburgh Pro because I did it back in 2019, and it was awesome. I mean, it's always a fun show to go to, so maybe you guys will see me on stage at Pittsburgh Pro.
Listen, I got Ashley to come back this year to do it.
I saw the interview.
After she said, I will never compete in that show again.
Well, she did it.
And she may be back to defend her title.
I'm sure you will convince her. If anyone's going to, it's going to be him.
I mean, listen, it's very prestigious, the Pittsburgh. Obviously, I'm biased, being that it is my father's show, but it speaks for itself.
It is. It's one of the most prestigious shows. And I mean, everyone knows that a lot of the Olympia champs have done, you know, the Pittsburgh Pro and won that show, where you kind of see who stacks up where at the Pittsburgh Pro.
Yeah. We've had, between all the divisions in the Pittsburgh Pro, we've had 14 Olympia winners come out of that.
That's a lot.
That's in 10 years.
Exactly. So if that doesn't say that it's a prestigious show, I don't know what will.
Right. I mean, Mark was the first men's physique, 2-time.
He was.
And then he went on to win the first Olympia men's physique.
I remember seeing the photos in the gym.
Yeah.
Him up, plastered on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, J.M. Mannion.
Jennifer Dorie.
We're signing out now, and thank you for your honest answers and everything else.
Thank you for the honest questions. I was nervous for these.
Listen, you can't let these people get away with this stuff, saying this about you, because they're all keyboard warriors.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you have to look at like who's saying that and where are they coming from, because their opinions aren't the ones who's judging me on stage, you know, and some people are going to see certain things from their own biased perspective of who they want to win, and that's fine. You know, some people wanted me to win, some people wanted Laura Lee to win, some people wanted Issa to win. And some people want Ashley to win too, right? So we all have our fan bases of who wants us to win, who's rooting for us, and everyone's family and friends are going to say, you should have won. So at the end of the day, the judges make their call, and that's the call that I'll always stick by and support. So if they choose me, then they chose me. If they chose someone else, they chose someone else.
All right, well, perfect way to end it. J.M. Mannion.
Jennifer Dorie.
Signing out for NPCNewsOnline.com.